I would argue it's performed quite well, especially when you compare it to the rest of the state since that time period. Even after adjusting for inflation, schools have $1,000 more per pupil today than they did in 1995, just based on the tax revenue from Proposal A. Since 2000, it's true that total school revenues are down by about 13%. But when you compare that to the total revenues for the general fund for the state government, that's down over 40%. Schools have fared better than the general fund. Over the same period, measure of overall state wealth, we've dropped from 23rd in the country in per capita personal income to 37th. We've dropped from 26th in state gross domestic product to 41st in the country. And also consider that last year, this year was the first year that the state ever had to cut its portion of school funding to schools in the 15 years since Proposal A. So, why then are schools still in a financial crisis? Why then are they acting like Chicken Little and telling us the sky is falling? There are two reasons. One is declining enrollment, and another is rising costs. Enrollment in Michigan schools has been declining since 2003. We have 7% fewer students than we did in 2003. Every student that is not enrolled in a school then takes from them that money that they would have. 7% doesn't seem like a whole lot, but that's over 200,000 kids. And that equates to over $1 billion in revenue that schools have had to cut from their budgets simply because they didn't have as many kids in their schools as they once did. Rising costs. 85% of school budgets are made up of labor costs. Not surprising. Since 1995, health insurance for school employees has increased in cost by 86% after adjusting for inflation. The number of school employees has increased by 9%. Likewise, the same is true with the state-run pension program that we have for school employees. Those costs have increased by 25% after adjusting for inflation. So today, what that amounts to is that we spend $2,500 per pupil to pay for school employee benefits. Not salaries, just benefits, not school buildings, school employee benefits. Additionally, most of these rising labor costs are locked into union contracts.